Imagine yourself at 80 years old, looking back at your life. One question will matter more than anything else. Did you try, or did you spend your life wondering, what if? There comes a moment in life when you make a quiet promise to yourself. A promise that no matter what happens, no matter how difficult the journey becomes, you will leave no regrets behind. Because one of the worst feelings a person can carry through life is the haunting question, what if I had tried? What if I had chased that dream? What if I had taken that risk? What if I had pushed myself harder? Many people live comfortable lives, stable jobs, predictable routines, safe choices, and there's nothing wrong with stability, but sometimes stability becomes a cage. It becomes the reason we convince ourselves not to take chances. We tell ourselves it's not the right time. We tell ourselves we might fail. We tell ourselves we have responsibilities, obligations, and things to lose. But if you zoom out, if you imagine yourself decades in the future, something becomes very clear. Failure is rarely the thing people regret. Not trying is. When you imagine yourself looking back on your life at 80 years old, the daily fears and short-term worries suddenly become much smaller. The missed opportunities become much bigger, because in the long run, money comes and goes, comfort comes and goes, but the chances you never took, those can stay with you forever. That's why one of the most powerful ways to make decisions in life is to think long-term. Project yourself forward into the future. Ask yourself, what choice will I be proud of when I look back on my life? Not the choice that feels safest today, not the choice that protects you from temporary discomfort, but the choice that gives your life meaning. And once you decide that direction, the next step becomes simple. Not easy, but simple. You commit yourself to improving every single day, not chasing perfection, not chasing overnight success, just getting better. A little stronger today than yesterday, a little wiser today than yesterday, a little more disciplined today than yesterday. If you live that way for a week, nothing dramatic happens. If you live that way for a month, you begin to notice progress. But if you live that way for 10 or 20 years, something extraordinary happens. You build something beautiful. You build a life shaped by effort, discipline, and intention. Because greatness is rarely created in one moment. It is built slowly, day after day, choice after choice, improvement after improvement. And along the way, you will face moments where the safe option tries to pull you back. Moments where fear tells you to stay comfortable. Moments where walking away from something valuable today might feel painful. But if you remember the long-term vision, if you remember the version of yourself looking back decades from now, those decisions become clearer. Because the goal isn't just success. The goal is peace. The peace of knowing you gave your best effort. The peace of knowing you chased the opportunities that mattered. The peace of knowing you didn't allow fear to decide your future. So live your life in a way where every year you become better, work hard, grow, take chances when they matter. And when the day finally comes to look back on your life, you won't see missed opportunities. You will see a life fully lived, a life built with courage, a life with no regrets.